In our life, there is one visible part, there is one invisible part. Visible part, the body is growing, child is going to school, children came and did beautiful performances, getting good job, business, material world, successful. This is visible world, and this is the life everybody is running after. But very few people know about the visible life, invisible life, which is behind. What is this invisible life? Invisible life is a life of love. Invisible life is the life of compassion. Invisible life is the life of forgiveness. Invisible life, the life of smile. How many of us really we grow up with all this invisible life? In other words, we'll call it as spiritual life. In worldly life, everybody's in the rat race. I read somewhere there was a cartoon long ago, maybe 60, 70 years ago, 60 years ago, in this country. The cartoon was in the newspaper. Some people from the Mars looking at people on the earth, all are running. And they are talking, what these people are doing there? Somebody said they don't know. They don't know what they're. Everybody's running, everybody's running. There is a story. The story is one washerman had a donkey. In the old time, washerman used to collect dirty clothes from the village, carry the dirty clothes on the back of the donkey, and wash it, dry it, again bring back on the back of the donkey and distribute to different homes. And he, as we give the name to our pets, so he gave the name Mr. Wise Man. Wise man, how are you? Wise man, sit down, relax. Wise man, take food. One day, wise man died. I'll tell another story. The story is, I was guiding meditation. It was in 90s, maybe 95, 96, in Paris. One lady sitting in the front and having three pictures. One is picture of Gurudev, one is picture of a dog, one is picture of his own son, her own son. And she was, while bowing, her head is touching the pictures. I became a little bit curious because I saw these three pictures. Then after meditation was over, I asked what happened, why you have kept these three pictures. He said, these three whom I love. I love Gurudev. I love my dog, who is no more. Her picture, the dog's picture is there. My son. So come back to our Mr. Wise Man. Mr. Wise Man died. This washerman was really sad. Carried the body of this dead donkey, made a pit, burying the donkey, brought some flowers, put it there, and started weeping, mourning. One responsible person of the city was passing by. He said, what happened? He said, wise man died. Now, wise man died. He came and knelt down, bent his head, and left. And whomever he saw, he said, wise man died. Now this thing went on spreading everywhere and came to the king. The king said, I've heard the wise man died. We should have state mourning. The minister asked, who is this wise man? He said, you don't know? Entire country is crying for the wise man. You don't know? He said, I want to know a little bit more because we want to have obituary. We have something to write. So then this story was discovered. What happens? This is happening in the whole world. All are running. All are running. It is needed. Material world is useful. Material life is useful, but it is not everything. How much it is useful? Material world, material life. Suppose I came here. Somebody might have paid for my ticket. All are not so generous. Just like today I went for my dental work. And I was taken care of so lovingly. I have seen my Gurudev going to the dentists. In India, also when we're commemorating Gurudev's life, it is very interesting. In India, he was a disciple. One day we were 5 minutes late. The disciple dentist told, Baba, I thought you are the guru of the Westerners. Now I see you are guru of the Indians. You came late. So after the dental work is over, Gurudev told me in the car, do you know, every day I'm punctual. Today I was a little late because of traffic. And the dentist told me this. Gurudev going to the dentist in USA. It is a celebration. It's a grand preparation before he sits in the car. Which flower is to be taken? Which fruit is to be taken? Not only for the dentist. One who is working in the office, one who is dental hygienist, and so on. For everybody. And once or twice I went with him to the dentist just to be with Gurudev. It was really, everybody, who is he? So majestic. And really, Gurudev is unique. When Gurudev's doctor told Sampurnaranji, told that there is a protocol. I'm a doctor, but Gurudev is Gurudev. Can anybody imagine Gurudev going to the doctor's home on her birthday without any prior notice and sending a truck loaded with compost, a mango plant, grafted mango, and some disciples to work there? Oh God, you can imagine, can anybody imagine it? This is Gurudev, and this is what spirituality is. It is, we have not to measure a doctor or a dentist service. We paid, he's serving. It's no. Everything in life, our parents made us to grow up. Our society gave opportunity to get good education. If we think like this, everything is such a beautiful gift. Do we really understand it? In the worldly life, we measure in financial term, we pay and we get. But in spiritual life, what happens? It is a life of gratitude, life of thanksgiving, life of love, life of smile. We have to integrate these two in our daily life. In daily life, it is not always easy. It is not always easy to smile. How can I smile when I have been treated like this? A sadhu was assaulted by one young man for no reason. And anyhow, that young man might be upset. When he was assaulted, he fell down and unconscious, the sadhu. Then another person came and started nursing him, putting little water, and slowly he regained consciousness and giving little water and telling, Baba, look at me. Who am I? Can you recognize me? He said, without opening the eyes, he says, telling, yes, I know you. He said, who am I? Tell me. He's telling, I know the one who was hitting me. Now the same one is coming and giving water to me. Baba, I didn't do anything to you. Yes, I know. You didn't do anything to me. But same God who... he's feeling that the same God who did this to me and is also nursing me. In the life, we have to pass through all types of experiences. I was telling yesterday, last evening, the story of a person and whom I met when he was 10, 11, not even early teenage, you can say. He left his home, born in a very poor family, unable to continue his study. He studied maybe class 3, 4. And he left being upset. He boarded the train, came to Cuttack, maybe 170 miles away, and finding some work. Luckily, he found some work in a press, printing press. And he was quite hardworking and intelligent. What he did, he learned how to operate, what to do, everything he learned. And whatever he was getting, he was saving little money, little money, little money. Then he bought a small printing machine which was to be operated by hand and feet. And during those days, you have to, make the, what you say, setting the letters manually. So everything was and he started to print only the label for a packet. That is how he started his life. Do you know what happened? In course of time, he owned a huge printing company with more than 100 people working there. And every morning he will get up. He had his own, disciplined life. He will do his puja, his prayer. He will come to his work. In the working place, there is a small room. It is a big complex, but there is a small room. Usually nobody goes there. He goes there. He goes inside the room and bows and prays and comes back. Then in that, there is also a puja room for him. Then his office. And what is there where he was going to pray in the beginning? When he enters, first he will enter there. It is the same tiny, manual printing machine, which is no more in use. He has kept it to remember his life, how I lived, to be grateful to everybody who has supported him, including this machine. This machine is not a machine to him. Machine is a living presence of God to him. And although he prospered financially, socially in the world, he was a successful person. One day, one young man came to find a job. He said, I don't have any employees here. I have nothing to give employment here. The young man was sad and was returning. He said, look, here we don't have employees. We have family members. Do you want to be a family member? He was shocked to hear this. It is a family member of printing. If you want to be a family member, you are welcome. You have some work here. Can you imagine when all the employees, they feel we are not employees, we are the family members? And everybody, and the food, the lunchtime there will be food. The food will be cooked there. And he, along with everybody, will sit and eat. Once in every week, he would invite one of the, family members from the press to come and join him at his home for dinner. Such a humble man. Not only that, when he came in contact with us, and he really, and I loved him and he loved us, and he used to collect little donation for Go Seva, for taking care of the stray cattle, going and asking people, can you, he could bring money. He used to use his money also, but he wanted to draw the attention of people. You have to contribute something. Yesterday, this thought came to me, and last evening I was talking And then this thought came again now. This is what life is. Worldly life. In worldly life, we'll be successful. We should work. And in spiritual life, we have to integrate it. We should not be religious, dogmatic, spiritually egotistical. There is spiritual ego. Worldly ego is fine. I am rich. I succeeded. I have all this accomplishment. So many people this, that. It's ego, fine. Spiritual ego is very dangerous. You will say, what is spiritual ego? Spiritual ego is, I am vegetarian. You are eating this food? Look, God's creation. Everybody has their own habit, own culture, and they're taking their food. We can't blame. When my Gurudev asked me one day, he said, Baba, you are a pure vegetarian. If you are taking food next to you, I didn't think that it was in aeroplane, people sit next to each other so close. Next to you, somebody is eating non-veg food. Will you feel bad? I was young, in my 20s. I looked at him. Normally I don't talk so much. I said, no. It is his food. He's taking. I'll take my food. Then he said, if he's eating beef, because non-veg food, Hindus also eat some non-veg food, but not beef. So I said, it's his food. Then he went another step forward. He said, suppose he's using fork and knife. While doing this, by chance, some food fell on your plate. What will you do? What is happening? In spiritual life, there is to cultivate tolerance, acceptance, forgiveness, joyfulness, love. Do you know, that person is no more. I knew one person who started his business in India with 100 rupees. It was in 1950s. And he prospered like anything. He had 3 brothers. He helped the brothers. He supported the brothers, and brothers also developed. But in course of time, he became poor. When he became poor, no brothers looked at him. I was present when the wife was telling, you did so much for your brothers. What did they do for you? Do they look at you? Do they come with a little sympathy? Nothing. Then the man is telling, this youngest brother, he's telling, it is one expression in Odia. Bhai khaigala, gai khaigala. The meaning is, suppose you have a nice garden. You have your cows, pet cows. Suppose the cows entered your garden and ate. Will you be unhappy with your cows? You will tell, okay, I'll tie them, I'll take care of the garden. And it is a traditional belief in India, if the cows eat, it will give back more. So he said, above all, they're my brothers. Let them be happy. Don't be. I was hearing this conversation, I was sitting there. Can you imagine what was my condition? I was in my 30s. It is more than 30 years ago. This is what spiritual life is. Spiritual life is very interesting. We have to harmonize the two. Harmonizing worldly life and harmonizing spiritual life. But how? How to harmonize? Now I come to the word spirituality, not spiritualism. Spirituality is different from spiritualism. You know this? Many people, they don't know. Spiritualism is working with calling the spirit, dead man's soul. So this is spiritualism. Spirituality is some different. So spirituality is coming from the original word spirit. And the word spirit in English is coming from the Latin word spiritus. This morning, I was looking at the Latin English dictionary. I love with words. And I love the dictionaries. Oh God. You can't imagine how many dictionaries I have in my... I have Hebrew dictionary, I have Latin dictionary, I have not German, I have Arabic dictionary, I have Hindi dictionary, I have Sanskrit, many, and naturally English. So this morning I was looking at this Latin English dictionary, and that dictionary was printed in 1866. Really, we should be grateful to our ancestors. They have worked hard and they have treasured for us. However, what is this word spirit? Sometimes people telephone. It was long ago. Landline telephone. So landline telephone, we had telephone at our ashram in Puri, Baligai. It was outside. Many times nobody will be there, it will be ringing. I pick up the telephone. If I'm nearby, I pick up the telephone. Then the telephone was there. So, hello, Hariom, who is calling? I'm a disciple calling. Who is this? I said, a sevaka. Sevaka means one who is serving. A sevaka. He said, Sevakji, how is Baba's mood today? You understand? I don't want to elaborate. We all have mood. And there is also mood swing. Mood is spirit. Today I discovered new word. Mood is spirit. One is low in spirit, mind upset, mood. Spirit is mood. Now, if we think of the spirit, I'm coming back to this example of the tree. Now summer is coming. Spring, summer, they're coming. How are the trees? Are they not dancing? Are they not springing with spring? That summer is coming, sun is coming, we'll bloom, we'll flower, we'll give fruits. And now just think, will it stay forever? Will summer stay forever? No. Summer will go. What will come? After summer? Fall. So in India, they call autumn because of the colonial English, not British English, colonial English. So also in USA, there is colonial English, but they developed their own English. I appreciate. So in India, they are trying. They are trying some words. If you don't know, you will be in trouble. Do you know lady's finger? Not the lady's finger, this is a vegetable. So, however, come back to fall. When fall is coming, autumn, temperature going down, duration of sun is getting shorter and shorter. What the trees are doing? Decorating themselves. During fall, how colorful the trees are. Leaves, more colorful than green. Now it is colorful, but one color, but such beautiful color. Why? You know, they are telling, oh, troublesome winter, we are ready to welcome you. We are welcoming with colorful leaves. And we know you'll not stay forever. And when you'll go back, you'll bring spring for us. A tree is accommodating, adjusting, acclimatizing with the change in the season and adjusting with the human beings. Again, with this helps with the spiritual attitude. Troubles will come, problems will come. I know, and he's must be no more because I have not seen him since long, long. He was quite old. One day, a gentleman knocked my door. I opened the door. So one old man standing outside, he said, I have heard that you have lots of spiritual books. I said, yes. Can I come and read here? I said, welcome. So then he came and saw the books. Then I said, if you want, you can take books to your home also. You trust me? I said, why not? So he became a regular visitor. Sometimes, last time we invite him to come and take food with us. So one day he told about his life. He said, do you know, have you read the Old Testament? I said, tell me why you are. Have you read Job? J-O-B. I said, yes. He said, it is me. I said, what happened to you? He said, once upon a time, I was one of the richest people in this town. Hardly 5, 6 people had motor cars during those days. I was one among them. And very rich. And he became very poor, living in a rented apartment. And he narrated everything. But in him I found he had strength. He had courage. He's not upset. He's not angry. He's not resentful, but peaceful. Spirituality helps us to be, in Gurudev's words, calmly active, actively calm, to be at present, to accept what has happened and to move forward. Another meaning of spirit, and which is the real meaning of spirit in Latin, it is breath and breathing. That is the original word. Breath and breathing. We all are breathing. Spirituality, as we practice in the path of Kriya Yoga, is to love our own breath and to use our own breath intelligently, not to misuse, not to abuse, but to use. You will tell, what is misuse of breath? What is abuse of breath? Have you seen the breath during anger? Have you seen breath with unhappiness, frustration, tension, anxiety, fear? How is the breath? This is misuse and abuse of breath. We should use breath. My Gurudev used to say, breath is your life. Breath is your strength. Breath is your brain power. Breath is your wealth. Don't waste your breath. Then he said, breath is God. Somebody asked Gurudev, what is your religion? He said, breath is my religion. He said, what does it mean? You know, spiritual masters, their teachings is mystical, practical, and symbolic. We all are breathing. We all are breathing. Anybody who breathes has life. Anybody has life is breathing, and breath is the indication of life. When the breath stops, what will happen? In India, they tell, Ram Nam Satya Hai, gone. This plant is breathing, insects are breathing, we are breathing. But how are you breathing? My Gurudev used to ask, how are you breathing? With your nose? A dead man has nose. Can he breathe? No. Who? Who is helping you to breathe? So now comes the other aspect of spirituality. It is because of the soul in the body. The breath is going in and coming out. If there will be no soul, the same soul which is in me is in you. Be very clear. They are not two. They are not two different souls. For example, you keep 5 glasses, empty glasses. In 5 glasses, same air, same space. This body is like a glass. The same soul in each one of us. Can you imagine? Same electricity, all bulbs, same electricity. But there is something different, distinction, diversity. What is the diversity? The color of your skin and my skin, the gender, your hair, my hair, all this diversity. The biggest diversity is mind. Mind is the biggest diversity. All other diversity we can understand very easily. Okay, once upon a time, there was this color, this. Oh God, I can't imagine. When we all are children of God, God created human beings in His image. He breathed into the nostrils the breath of life, and all became living souls. So if God created you and me in His image, and how does God look like? With beard or without beard? Tell me. God created you and me in His image. We all are children of God. In the family, little siblings, sometimes they might quarrel. Sometimes there is a little fight. Next moment they become friends. Next moment they play. Next moment they take food together. So yes, sometimes there will be difference, no problem. But we should remember we belong to one family. If we are in one family, I'll tell you one story. The story is about two brothers. The two brothers, they lived in two ends of the village. One brother was married, the other brother was unmarried. One who was married had quite a few children. Other brother who was not married, he was alone but enough of property. Both had property, but he has one person so much, other person so many children. So what the single person used to think, my brother having so many children, Christmas is coming. Without his knowledge, I should give some gifts. So what he used to do, basket of gifts. So midnight, going and keeping in front of the house, living. So the brother with the children will be thinking, he's staying alone. He used to tell his wife, can you do this? And he used to take something, and this play was going on. Nobody knew who was doing it. It continued for years after years. So one day what happened, this brother is carrying a basket of cooked food, the other brother is carrying a basket of other stuff, toys, this, that, and they met each other in the middle of the village. He looked at his brother, you? He said, you? The story ends. Both the brothers, they left their body there. This thing came known to the village. In the village, they wanted to build one memorial for these two beautiful brothers, those who loved each other without knowing each other, what one is doing. So now, what to do? Do you know what happened? In the village, there were Hindus. They said, we need Hindu temple. There were Muslims. They said, we'll build a mosque. There are Christians. We will build a church. So there was conflict. So you just think, where was the brotherly love? Now there is conflict. Conflict because of what? So there was a wise man in the village. He said, okay, we will not build neither the temple, nor the mosque, nor the church. We'll make a children's park. We'll build a children's park where all the children will come. Children have no caste. Children have no religion. Children have no distinction, no differences. One child came late. His mother asked, where did you go, sir? He said, don't you know my friend died? He said, yes, I know, but what did you do? I went to his home. What did you do there? I went to console them. It's a little boy. Console the mother, my friend's mother. How did you console? He said, I sat on her lap and started crying. Can you imagine? Here there is no need of any word. This is what love is. This is what spirituality is. This is what understanding is. God is spirit. The worshipper of God should worship him in spirit and truth. God is spirit. God is breath. God is spirit. God is the soul within each one of us. God is spirit. One God. You can tell Allah, you can tell God, you can tell in any. God is one. Do you know? It is not a story. If religious group people going from door to door, it was in Europe, gave the bell. The person opened the door. Please come in. They went inside. When they went inside, they looked at the wall. They found the picture of Kriya masters. There was also picture of Jesus. There was picture of Kriya masters. And they became a little bit upset, but unable to say anything because he was nice. Then they told, it is good you practice something from India. Do you know the Hindus hell and Christian hell? Christian hell is much better than the Hindus hell. They tried to talk, and when this person was narrating near me that how it Hindus hell, Christian hell, oh God. God has created this beautiful world. We are dividing. God created beautiful family. There is disintegration. God created us beautiful children. Can we really love each other? Spirituality helps. Religion divides. Religion divides. Spirituality helps. And spirituality is exploring, the art of exploring love within, joy within, peace within, kindness within, forgiveness within, and manifesting it in daily life. Now, again to tell you, we are living in this modern world. Modern world or modern time is that time when people tell that they have no time. They have no time. Practically, we all have time. If we really want, we'll have time. Our loving dentist, today is his off day. And he had time. So if we want, we have time. If we have love, we have time. If we have desire, we have time. My Gurudev used to say, if your desire is great, your success is in your hand. How is your desire? We have to, yes, modern life is busy life and also hard life. Do you know, it was in the life of Sri Lahiri Mahasaya in 1870s, 1860s, his income was not enough. His income was not enough. He was having another part-time job apart from his full-time job to maintain the family. When I went to one country in Europe, it was quite a few years ago. It was my first visit. I wanted to know how to, because not just go teach Kriya Yoga and come back. My nature is to know people, know their life, know their economic condition was so tough. Europe, the borders opened, prices went high, and people had to have two jobs. Every day, two jobs to just to maintain livelihood. Hard life. I was reading the story of Tolstoy. A person was really very hard life. People, he used to work. People don't pay him properly. Will pay, but they don't pay. Will pay later, like this. And one day, because winter is coming, his wife told you, go, we have little saving, and you collect some money from those who have to pay, go and buy a leather. We'll have a jacket, a coat. Winter is coming. So, however, he could not get money, he could not buy. He little drank a little bit, vodka, and then he came back. While coming back, he found a naked man looking like white, some and no clothes, but it is cold winter. He was coming. Who is that? Is it nice person? Is it good? Why he is there? It was near. So while coming back, he going back home again came back, and he called him. Who are you? He said, I don't know. What is your name? I don't know. Why you are here? I don't know. Then he saw he has no clothes. He gave his some clothes from him to. It was cold and snowing, and he told, okay, come with me. And they're poor. They have no food at home also. So the wife is waiting, and the wife saw he's coming with another person. The story is long. I don't want to elaborate. With reluctance, he wanted to keep him, this guest. So they stayed together. He became a shoemaker, and slowly 3 incidents happened during his stay in a couple of years. Then he told, I'm to go. He said, who are you? It was angel. It was an angel whom God said, you go back, learn what truth is, whatever God wanted, and after that you'll come back. He came back. Do you know, I'm not elaborating story. This poor man and his wife was really humiliating in the beginning. But in the world, so much of suffering everywhere. Do you know, rich people suffer, poor people suffer. Poor become rich become poor. It's Chakravat Parivartante. Every healthy people becoming sick. And unbelievable world it is. We have to live. We have to be worldly and spiritual integrated together. You'll say, how? Little prayer every day, little meditation every day, little whatever is possible, little seva every day, if it is possible, working every day. So cultivating love, joyfulness every day. And if we can help each other as much as we can, if we cannot do anything, a little smile, little soothing words, little folded hands, little touch of kindness, we can do a lot. But it is easy to speak, but difficult to practice. And if one wants to practice, none can stop. So in this world, when we have to live, we have to live, because do not, should we live with all bitterness, or we have to digest bitterness and bring sweetness? The name of Mother Mary, the literal meaning of the name Mary, it is coming from Miriam, and the Latin meaning is bitterness. I thought Mother Mary is so sweet. Why her name is bitterness? Digesting bitterness of life, bringing sweetness to others, digesting suffering of the world, bringing consolation, comfort, compassion to others. This is Mother Mary. In the same way, if you think of Lord Shiva drank poison. For whom? To protect the creation. He took poison to protect the creation. For goodness of others, he took beauty in life. Let me suffer if it is possible, if it is needed, but let me bring joy and happiness to others. But again, to tell you, we need everything. We need material success and spiritual growth. Sri Gurudev told, Kriya Yoga gives you artha and paramartha. He told those who really practice Kriya with the right attitude, they will, they will get material success, they will get spiritual growth. Two together. Muladhara, the place of, in yoga philosophy, place of material growth. Sahasrara is the place of spirituality, and harmonizing it, integrating it in our life, it is needed. So we have to do it. In life, we need to have little bit patience. Some we become impatient, we become intolerant, we become critical, we become some people hypocritical. So with this much of words, I think it is enough to digest. So if you found anything good, anything useful, it is the teachings of Gurudev. If you found anything not good, not acceptable for you, it is the stupidity of this person. So let us love and pray. Let us grow up. So there is now question and answer. So I don't know. These are the questions. With how could it come?